It is a glorious weekend. Is this what kind of weekend is it gonna be? Let me tell you what kind of weekend it's gonna be. It's gonna be a glorious weekend. It's gonna be a great weekend. Might even be the best weekend of your life because today or sometime this week, you're gonna take a minimalism course and you're gonna get your financial act together. That's it. And this is the announcement to say that the Achieving Minimalism course is now open on my Teachable account or school, whatever you want to call it. I've linked to it below. And as proof is in the pudding, although admittedly, I'll tell you this, I had minimalism forced on me because there's no money. There was no money. It's like, how do I achieve minimalism? Well, first have no money. And then it's forced on you. And then you'll learn you don't need all those trinkets and crap at the mall. This was going way back in the day. You guys want to go back to the 90s? No one's going to get that one. We would buy our stuff at the mall back in the olden days. And you have all this stuff, clothes, this, that. And I always talk about Spencer Gifts where they had the cooler or the sharper image, where they always had the coolest later shiatsu massage, recliner, and glass displays with bubbles going through the water that was encased in them with a blue underlighting. Like, oh, if I had that, girls would have sex with me in my crappy, dumpy one-bedroom bachelor apartment. And what cured me, it's kind of a cheap way. It was forced on me. I didn't sit down and like Plato philosophically think through, time is really more the valuable commodity between all the, things involved between time and money. It was just, there ain't no money. There ain't anything to buy it. And then all of a sudden, a couple of years went by. I'm like, wait, I'm still alive. I'm still here. Maybe a couple pounds lighter than when I left home because there was a lot of money for food. Oh, I don't need the shiny, bubbly thing with the bubbles going up that wasn't going to get me laid anyway. Do you guys remember? How old are you? Are you old enough to think that your CD tower was so cool and edgy it would help get you laid? Anyway, that's how I was forced to go in the middle. Now, that was a blessing. Let me explain to you why it's a blessing. Because now I'm going to go hiking. Now it doesn't matter to me that it's the weekend or the weekday. There are no weekends or weekdays in my life anymore. It's just what I get to do whatever I want, whenever I want, every day. A lot of that is in due to part to because my modern day form of employment, if that's what you could call this, is completely flexible. I'm my own boss. But I'd say even a bigger factor than that is that I am almost 5 decades old. 3 decades of which has been spent in adulthood. All 30 years of those 3 decades was spending less than I made. And now I am free. I didn't make millions of dollars. I didn't win the lottery. I didn't even major in engineering. I totally botched it. I totally biffed it like a lot of you guys did, majoring in the wrong thing. But still, in the end, it wasn't how much I made. I know people who made way more than me and still ended up filing for bankruptcy. Why? Because they pissed away their money and spent more money than they made. They didn't get the spending under control. Now, if ideally you're younger, this course, like any other course, will be of more benefit to you than someone who's older, who has less time to live, and therefore will not get to enjoy the fruits and the benefits of this course because they're going to die sooner than you are. But regardless of where you are on the life expectancy scale here, if you would like to, like, at the minimum goal, to have enough money saved up for retirement, which goes down dramatically if you don't need to spend that much. Everyone thinks it's about saving enough. Oh, I need FU money. Well, if you're only spending 20 grand a year, FU money is a lot less, isn't it now, than if you're spending 100 grand a year being a baller, bro. And so your minimum goal should be to have enough money saved up for retirement. If you get your spending in check and go from I need to spend 80 grand a year to essentially not be happy, none of you happy spending money, that's in the class, down to 20,000 a year, all of a sudden FU money becomes a lot more feasible. How many of you don't like your boss? How many of you would pay $500 to tell your boss to F off and not have it financially affect you? Well, That's not gonna happen. I just need to make more money. Well, that's hard to make more money because other people gotta give you more money. How about you just do with less? That's totally within your control. And all of a sudden, a lot of things start freeing up. A lot of things start becoming feasible that weren't before. Oh, I don't need a McMansion suburb. I could just do van life. I don't need $2.7 million for FU money. I booted the ex-wife who spent a ton of money on crap. Now our expenses have gone from 120,000 down to 30,000. All of a sudden, I don't need that much money, and I could retire in my 50s, not my 70s, or like baby boomers. Never, never. And so the minimum goal is to not be boomer Karen, where they came up to me in my financial planning courses at 61 years old. "Oh, I just paid for my children's way through college, and it's time to get serious about retirement." And I'd ask him, "Well, how much money did you save up?" "Oh, we're just starting." I'm like, "I guess you get to work till you're dead." Like, that is the that's what we're really trying to avoid. And what I'm saying is you don't need to be making millions of dollars to have a much loftier goal, and that's early retirement. Would you like to retire in your 40s? Would you like to have, not to brag, but would you like the options and the choices I have every freaking day where it's like, what do I want to do? Not what do I need to do? What do I want to do today? I think I can go hiking today. I'm going to go drive around on my motorcycle. I'm going to go to Montana and hike. I'm going to sit and play Assassin's Creed Odyssey all day. And it's not going to have an effect on my finances. Why? Because I made lots of money? No. I'll admit, you got to have a little bit of luck for that. That's not totally in your control. But you know what is in control? How much you piss away. And since it's the weekend, let's all be honest with ourselves. How many of you were going to piss away at least a couple $100 on booze and nightclubs covered charges? How many of you spent, oh God, we always go back to this. Oh, by the way, the course is about $500. It's $450 plus tax. So somewhere in the $500 range. And everyone's like, oh, herka, durka, durka, dur. The poor boys that live at home with their parents and our neets who spend $500 on downloadable content and video games, but it's foolish for me to buy. But I asked, what did you guys piss away your money on? You pissed $100,000 in 4 years of your life on what kind of a joke of a degree? Journalism, criminal justice. Tell me you don't have a father without telling me you don't have a father. I majored in criminal justice. Oh, tell me you have half siblings without telling me you have half siblings. You guys piss away your money on the dumbest crap. So it is not contradictory or hypocritical to spend $500 for 50 plus tax on a course that basically beats your ass into getting it through your thick skull to stop spending more than you make. And if you do that just once, not to mention, I don't know, if you spend $20 on something, are you going to pay attention? No. But if you spend $500 on it, isn't that a little bit of me coming across through the internet, slapping you across the face saying, all right, dumbass, here we go. You serious about getting your finances together? You drop 500 big ones on it. I bet you're a little bit more serious now. And that's why it's so expensive. Why? Because you want people to get serious about their finances? Yeah. I won't lie. The main reason I want to make a lot of money, which I actually don't need. The money actually goes to my retirement plan. And property overseas in case, everyone gets a little bit too socialistically over here. Oh, but yeah, if you drop $500, maybe you'll pay attention. And then you can't get a government Pell Grant and Biden to bail you out of this one. And unlike most of your college degrees, this will actually help you. So the minimalism course, it is linked below. The link is directly there. If for whatever reason you're listening to this on Spotify or something like that, just go and search the Clary School of Economic Philosophy. It's on Teachable. I guess you could search Aaron Clary Teachable, whatever. But the Clary School of Economic Philosophy. We had to name the school. People just can't say, hey, okay, we'll offer it. And here's your name. No, you got to name it. So I went big. The Clary School of Economic Philosophy. And so you can search that. There are 2 courses, by the way. One I have open all the time. That's called Achieving Financial Excellence. That is a much shorter class. That's only an hour, hour and a half. That's more an introduction, square one. What is wealth? What is the nature of financial wealth? In general, how do you attain it, especially going forward and as wealth changes, the nature of wealth changes. But the flag, none of that makes sense. Don't even bother taking that. You can take it. You can take it if you want. Just get your feet wet a little bit. But you might as well not take any financial courses, read any financial books, study any financial classes in college. There's no reason for you to take it if you cannot spend less than you make. And if you're addicted, and that's what it is, it's an addiction. Until you get over that addiction, there's no reason for you to set up a 401k IRA. You ain't got no money to invest in it. Hey, but you got a lease Beamer, bro. You got some of those cool blind shades. Remember those? And you wear them indoors at night because you're a baller, bro. So I wouldn't even bother with wasting your money and time reading or taking courses or going to school, whatever. Even personal finance for dummies. But don't even waste your time going to the library to get it for free until you get to the point that you spend less than you make. Until you get rid of your addiction for spending and materialism. And that's what the minimalism course does. Because this is not a finance problem. All the dopes, the herka-darka-dar, spend money on a course to teach you to spend less money. Ha, 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 ha. Again, while they're living at home with their mom, living off the stimmy checks and eating Doritos and Mountain Dew. It is a psychological problem, which we go into great detail in the course. You're getting rid of an addiction. That's what it is. That's the true nature of it. And it's the same thing with these guys. Just stop smoking, bro. Ha, 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 ha. Just give up the heroin and the booze, bro. Ha, 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 ha. Yes, mommy, change my diaper. I'm about to become a level 47 paladin. Ha, why can't I find the girls? By the way, you won't be able to find the girls if you're living at home with your parents and you're poor. Plus, I don't know about you. I was poor once. I want to be poor no more. Poor no more. I can't guarantee you'll be rich, but barring tragic, genuine accidents, I can guarantee if you follow what's in that freaking class, you will be poor no more. Poor no more. Get a motorcycle patch. Poor no more. No one will know what the hell that is. I say poor no more, and then people who took the course and they're poor no more, they poor no more. Link is below. I'm going to go hiking. I'm going to enjoy my life before I die. I recommend you do the same. Send this to somebody you think that, we already got super chats on it. Dave, 128, $5. It's sports ball day. Wear another man's name on a shirt day. Yeah. For all of you whose wives are getting banged and railed by other dudes because you're wearing another man's jersey because you don't actually play the sport. What did that jersey say? You back $300? There's a perfect example. Hat and clogs roll tide. I don't have my Alabama hat. Somewhere else. We got that? The Panama course, right? Let's just call it achieving minimalism. I think that's a little bit more descriptive. So, all right. I'm out of here. See you guys later. Toodles.